amigos, Carlos Alberto Diego here from the Four Diegos, and welcome to the Four Diegos Hot Topic of the Week. With me is Warren Diego, and of course the hot topic surrounds, I can't believe what they've done. The English FA have hired Roy Hodgson as their new manager for the next 4 years. Warren, they've gone for the uncle again.
You're ageist, Carlos. Just because he's 64, you suddenly think as soon as you get past 50, you're on the scrap heap of life. Look, he's done it at Fulham. He didn't do it at Liverpool, just very quietly. He did
it at Fulham. That's your first. That's your argument why he should get the job.
You know the problem with the English FA? They've got a real dilemma here. They went for the overseas experiment in Fabio Capello with limited success.
Oh, hang on. He would have been successful if he was happy. Unfortunately, he's a temperamental Italian. They sacked they withdraw John Terry from the squad for racist comments, alleged racist comments. They stood by themselves, and Fabio Capello can't legislate for an Italian losing his mind that way.
That was a small interruption. I'll continue. They went for the overseas experiment. They weren't 100% comfortable with it. They wanted to go back to the English experiment. Now, you know the problem? The problem is that they've got no one. The next generation of English coaches, the Alan Kirbyshleys, who else is there? None of them have actually come through the system and actually proved that they're ready to step up. So they're left with an absolute dearth of talent, no one that they can really rely on. They go for Harry Redknapp, who I think is maybe just a little bit too rough around the edges for them to really embrace. And then they've gone for the quiet, unassuming uncle. You know, Stevie G's been on Twitter pumping Roy up and saying he'll do a great job, but I think secretly behind the scenes.
Exactly right. Exactly.
I don't know whether it's going to work. But what do? There's no one that they were comfortable appointing. Otherwise, let's face it, they would have done it 2, 3, 4 weeks ago. He's going to play 2 more games as the manager of West Brom, then go into a 4-week preparation phase for the Euros with a group of players who are temperamental at worst, uncontrollable at best.
Well, he couldn't handle a pack of prima donnas at Liverpool who weren't even as good as the England players, and they had egos probably bigger than the England players, and he couldn't cope with that. He was begging then at Liverpool for the fans, the cop, to be patient, to let him have his chance. And he's already done it in the first press conference. Of course, the Twitter sphere went crazy with the criticisms over his appointment. I don't know what the English FA are doing. They show signs that they might be changing, and then suddenly they go back to an uncle. It just smacks of Steve McLaren. It smacks of Bobby Robson. Of course, Bobby Robson did okay in the 1990 World Cup, but it took him years and years and a lot of criticism, a lot of bile spewed at him before he got that right. I just think they've just made a huge mistake here. The egos in that England change room, they will stomp all over the top of Uncle Roy. Nice guy, don't get me wrong, did a great job with Fulham, a team that didn't need to win things. He did a reasonable job with Blackburn Rovers, a team that didn't need to win things.
And he's done a great job at West Brom, give him credit.
Don't need to win things, though. He does a great job with teams with few resources, not expected to win things. He does magnificent things. He coaches above himself. But give him a team, a change room, the players that are winners and the players who have got their own minds, independent thinkers, and suddenly he's lost, and he's going to be lost here too. I think it's a big mistake, Warren.
Yeah, no, I can't see it working, although I do think that they were caught in a no-win situation. They had no one. They went for who they thought was the best candidate, who probably won't work. I mean, they'll get to a semi-final, they'll get to a quarter-final of a European Championship, and then they're left with a guy for 4 years trying to hope they're going to make the next World Cup.
By the way, does anyone tell you that you look like Harry Redknapp? Check that face out. That's a Harry Redknapp face. Check that. You give me a twitch or two?
Yeah, I'll tap you up, son.
The next coach of England. That's it for this week's Four Diego's Hot Topic. From Carlos and Warren, until next week,
Olé!